What's up, everybody? Coach Mark here, and I just want to say I appreciate you for tuning in today because we're going to be talking about something that affects all of us: stress. Whether you're a teacher managing a classroom of students, or an administrator juggling responsibilities, or even staff or just an employee supporting daily operations, stress is a common thread in our lives. So we want to make sure that we focus in and figure out how to manage it properly. So do me a favor before we get started, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it very much. And with that being said, let's get started. All right, so let's talk about why stress awareness matters. A certain amount of stress is normal and even necessary for growth, but chronic stress can lead to burnout, decreased productivity, and even health issues. So today, what my focus is, I want to help you recognize stress, understand its impact, and walk away with simple, effective strategies so that you can manage it. All right, so first off, what is stress? The definition of stress is actually our body's natural response to challenges. It triggers the fight or flight response. I'm sure you've heard that before. But what happens is your body releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. It does it in short bursts, and this can help us focus and perform under pressure, but prolonged stress can lead to exhaustion. So now let's discuss common stressors for educators and employees. So the first one we want to look at is workload and deadlines. So this could be balancing lesson planning, grading, meetings, and doing all the paperwork that you have to do. Then we want to look at student-employee challenges, and this can be dealing with behavioral issues, disengaged students, or workplace conflicts. Also, there's work-life balance, and this is just trying to basically juggle your professional responsibilities with personal life, and that can be struggling at sometimes. And then, of course, there's uncertainty and change, and this happens from a day-to-day basis. It could be policy shifts, leadership changes, or even learning new technology that the business might be implementing. So now let's point out signs of stress. Stress affects us not only physically, but emotionally and behaviorally. Does that sound familiar to any of you? Let's just go over each of those. So for physical, it could be fatigue, headaches, muscle tension, even trouble sleeping. Then there's the emotional side, which could be irritability, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, which we've all felt at one point or another. And then, of course, behavioral, which is lack of motivation, decreased patience, or emotional outbursts, or even withdrawal. Now, let's talk about ways to manage stress effectively. This is the bread and butter of this video. First, we want to focus on a mindset shift, meaning controlling the controllable. We can't always control what happens around us, but we can control how we respond. And this starts with self-awareness and practical strategies. So here are a couple practical stress management strategies that I'd like to share with you that you could try on your own. The first one is breathing and mindfulness. We all know how to breathe. So try this with me. Take a deep breath, hold it in for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and then release for 4 seconds. Doing a breathing technique like this, as simple as it is, actually has been shown to reset the nervous system and it lowers stress hormones almost immediately. Or you can incorporate a 5-minute mindfulness exercise during your breaks at work, or you can also, just take little 5-minute spots here and there. This will keep you grounded. Then there's time management and boundaries. We want to try to prioritize tasks using the Eisenhower matrix, meaning urgent and important, do these immediately. Important but not urgent, plan for them. Does that make sense? Urgent but not important means you can delegate them. Neither urgent or important, you can minimize these distractions. And then you also want to set clear work-life boundaries, limit checking emails after hours, and schedule unplugging time. Another great strategy is movement and physical health. Exercise isn't just for fitness, it's actually a good stress buster. I know I use it to relieve some stress for sure. It could be as simple as a short walk between classes, stretching at your desk, or standing instead of sitting all day can help. Hydration, balanced meals, and proper sleep also play a huge role in how we manage our stress. Also, there's connection and support. So, social support is key. Don't hesitate to lean on colleagues, mentors, or even mental health resources, okay? There's a bad stigma surrounding that, but I feel like it's been getting better over the years. Just a 5-minute conversation with someone who understands can shift your perspective and ease your mind. Also, encourage a culture of well being in your workplace. Checking in on coworkers, celebrating small wins together. This can all boost morale, not just for you, but for your coworkers and everybody surrounding you as well. And finally, gratitude and positive reflection. This is very important. Before you end your day, take a moment to reflect on at least 3 things that went well that day. Shifting your focus from what's stressful to what's working can actually rewire your brain for positivity. Give it a shot. So remember, stress is inevitable, but chronic stress is manageable. Awareness is the first step to recognizing how it affects you, and then also taking small, intentional actions will help you to reduce its impact. So I challenge each and every one of you to pick one strategy from today and commit to using it this week, whether it's deep breathing, setting a boundary, or even taking a short walk. Small steps lead to a lasting change. Remember that. And remember, you do important work and your well-being matters. So by managing stress effectively, not only do you benefit, but so do your students, coworkers, and the entire workplace culture, and friends and family. Everybody around you wins. So thank you all so much for watching today. Let's take care of ourselves, support each other, and continue making a difference. We will see you on the next one. And with that, Coach Mark, out.